Hello everyone and welcome to episode 21 of the Seattle Kraken franchise mode here on Zucker TV. This is it. Year 10. Count them up. I don't want to count. Year 10. We've not won a cup. We have lost in the first and second round every single season, except for one. We are a absolute laughingstock, you could say, when it comes to playoffs. We could be as dominant as we want in the regular season, but as soon as the playoffs come around, we are a joke. Hopefully that changes this year. For those who don't know what we're going to do this episode, number one, we are going to be doing calendar sim. Not game sim, calendar sim, just because I want to get through this season and also maybe do some stats and all that for some of the players who've been here for a while. And just an overall close as well. So that's the plan. Number two, I did get a new coach. I'll show you the coach. Number three, we also got basically a new lineup. And that's basically it. Okay. So first of all, like I said, we fired the coach last episode. And over my free time or the last 2 days, I picked up a new coach. Mr. Ken Drager is our new head coach, 60 years old. Now, you might see something noticeable about his record. He has never coached anything. So the risk I'm taking here is the fact that he is a first-time NHL coach. But as you see here, the roster, 71%. I'll get to the roster in just a moment. So we are taking a bit of a risk with that coach. I think is also this guy knew. We signed a AHL coach. Okay. But obviously Brophy's always been here. That's no question there either. So, he's been here every single season. Yeah, he's been here every single season. It's gone downhill, but that's because the team's gotten crap. So, anyways, that don't matter. Anyways, so yeah, let's get right into it. Obviously. Let's look at the lines. Number two, I guess you could say. So there has been some move arounds. Yes, I did actually pick up Gabriel Landeskog off of free agency. Now the question is, he's 36 years old. He's already listed as a third line bottom six potential, probably meaning that by the end of the year, that 83 is not going to be an 83. That is a risk that I will run. But he fits perfectly on the first line. So I'm going to take it as I will and just go with the flow. I only signed to a one-year deal, so it don't matter. Obviously, we got Ryan Donato. He's been a mainstay on their top line for a while now. He's chill. Andre Kaze, same thing. Mainstay on the top line, you could say. Second line, I swear did I just sign Chris Tierney? I think I did. We signed Chris Tierney from Winnipeg. 84 overall, 35 as well, so he might also go down in overall, but we'll have to see how that goes as well. Of course, Jesse Puljujarvi, he's gone down to an 82 now. I have to see. This is the risk I've been running with all my players who are now old, is that their overalls are going to go down. This is going to be a team that is going to lose some overall, but we're going to try and keep playing the best we can. Obviously, my boy Nolan Pushnor, the guy had a down year last year. Even over the past 2 years, after having a big 3 years in a row, he just kind of died off. Hopefully he can get that back again. Of course, Vitaly Abramov, down to an 84 now. This will be his 5th year with us as well, so he's been here for a while. Then, of course, Timo Meier, he's been here for a while, talking about being here for a while. Has he been here since the start? No, he came in here. He came here in the, 4th season, yeah. Oh, we traded him. Oh, we traded for him. Yeah, you're right. We traded for him in that year. Okay, whatever. Don't matter. And then the fourth line consists of Drake Batherson. I think I just signed him. I think I just signed Drake Batherson. Adam Rustica I traded for because our fourth line was not looking good, and then, yes, he's back. I know. But luckily, he fits on the fourth line, so he's not going to get any points anyways, okay? I know we hate Owen Tippett, but the thing is, he fits there, so I'm leaving it there. Defenseman-wise, nothing really changes. Hornquist and Sergachev at the top. Troy Pitt Philip Myers on the second line, then Merkley and Poirier. Now, you're asking yourself, well, it's only a 1-1-1. Why? What's the matter here? Well, what's the matter is the fact that some defensemen are really good on the first and second line, and some defensemen are good not even on the third D pairing. And one player that is Troy Pitt. That's how far his bars go for this season. I just left. That being said, I have a list here of possibly trades I can make, and I'm saying maybe a new defenseman, and Troy Pitt would be a part of that trade deal. We just need better defense. It's really not an overall like surprise. Either Troy Pitt goes or Poirier. It would be Troy Pitt because of his line fit, or it would be Poirier due to his overall. So that will be what the decider is for sure down there. The goaltenders, obviously, Michael Tiefel's come in, grown to be an 83 now. He should be having a great year no matter what. I'm excited for that. And then obviously our backup, John Gibson. Now I do have John Gibson. I did mention this in the last episode. John Gibson, I might trade him at the trade deadline also because we have that Tomarins guy in Palm Springs. So yeah, we'll be looking for that. What number are we on now? 4 before we start? I think I turned them off. Yes. Turned off the injuries. I'm not having this anymore. I'm not having this 10th year be ruined by injuries, okay? I turned off the injuries. We're going to have this year the way it's supposed to be. Well, not the way it's supposed to be played, because obviously it's not. This is going to show how good our team is, okay? With no injuries on, it's going to show how well our team is, which I'm happy for. Anything else? I think that's it. All right, so here we go. All right. For those who want to know, I guess, what our Palm Springs or the Palmero Rattlesnakes lineup is, obviously we got Petrie Berg, who's now a 75. We got Chomutov, who's a 75 as well. He's 24 years old. Russell Garnett, 76. I'm not going to go down the entire lineup, but here you go. Yeah, man. All right. So yeah, I think there'll be a big turnaround at the trade deadline for sure for this team, but overall it's going to be kind of the same. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to sim every month. Every month, at the end of every month, we'll check out the standings. Or not the standings, but we'll just check out maybe stats, see what's up, see what's wrong, because I want to kind of keep this team and these lineups updating throughout the entire episode. Not like, I mean, if it's working, it's working, but if we see a problem in the minuses, then we'll move it around. So here we go, all right? Season number 10 is now underway. The final episode, we start off with a nice win. Okay, I could take that nice win. Okay, 2 losses, 7-4, 2-1, okay. Okay, good win there. The Rangers, shootout loss, okay. Calgary win. The Devils, we lost to the Devils, so we've been mediocre. Don't really like that. And San Jose was a loss, okay. 3-4-1 to start the year. Let's look at the points, because obviously this is going to be a big thing. We know where we are in the standings. We don't really have to check the standings, really. Let's see what our issue is. Okay. Yeah, that second line. That second pairing between Myers and Pitt. That's not going to work at all. So how about we fix that up? I could already tell. I knew I was going to have to do this. I don't know about trade. If we have to move into another month where we're not good, I might have to move to the trade factor of this. But I'm just going to edit the lines here to just simply... See, the thing is, I can't move him anywhere. You know what? Maybe it is a trade. Maybe we do have to make a trade. I'll move him down with Sergachev. I'll move Philip Myers up with Hornquist. Just see how this goes. And if it again becomes an issue, we will probably have to trade Troy Pitt away, just simply because he does not fit on the team. All right. So now we got November. Not a great start to the year, obviously. Let's keep it going, I guess, here. Hopefully Hopefully we can get a few wins in a row here. That would be nice. And there's a loss. There's a win. Ottawa, they've actually had a good start. There we go. 2 back-to-back wins. That's good. Nice 7-2 win over the Kings, I will say. The Leafs lost. The Jets lost. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, you know, I'm stopping it right here. Yeah, no, this can't happen. This cannot happen. This cannot happen. Something's got to change here. Yeah, Troy Pitt has to go. Plain and simple. Troy Pitt has to go. There's nothing on that second D pairing. That second D pairing, and also that third line as well. Look at the third line. So the third line has to change, and so does the second line D pairing. And it's obvious Troy Pitt has to go. He's just not good enough to play on this team. And also have to change up that third line. So let's see if we can change up the third line. Obviously, I don't want any of these third line players to go. But the thing is, as soon as I move them, do we move Drake Balderson out to the wing? Is that what has to happen here? Move Abramov down to the fourth line, which I don't really want. Well, Drake Balderson's actually having a good year so far, I could say. So is Tippett. Tippett's even having a good year, too. Okay, let's go with that. Let's just switch up that line just a bit, but we have to find a second line D pairing because it just simply does not work. Troy Pitt there. So let's go into player search. Defense, top 4 defensemen. Could care less about that. Age, I'll move that down to like a 32 just to be safe. 1 year on the deal at least. Rating, we need like someone that's at least like an 80, 83, I'd say. How many? 38 options? All right, let's see. Kovalev. He fits on none of the lines. Is this the new coach? Yes, okay, Ken Drieger. Sometimes you have to check, because I've gotten sometimes where it says he fits on the third D pairing, or... Huh. First strict D pairing 3. Penalty kill 1. You also have to be careful here about the salary. So you know what I might actually have to do is I might have to back out here and go to salary and just drop that completely to like max 4 mil. See what we can get here if there's any 3. Okay, oh boy, and they're the young guys too. Okay, so let's see what happens if I bump this up to like a 35. Still 3, okay. So it seems like we're going to have to go bang for our buck here, it seems. See, now we get up to 22. Because obviously the young guys are the 3 lowest. And then we got, what's this? Ty Smith. Power play lines, that's not going to cut it. None. Oh boy, this is tough. There it is. Marcus Peterson wouldn't be that bad. Didn't he not play for us? Or am I dreaming here? No, I'm dreaming. Okay, so Marcus Pearson wouldn't be that bad. Carson Lambos as well. That'd be actually a nice pickup. I wouldn't mind that. You know, let's see if we can pick up Carson Lambos here. Because obviously, Troy Pitt just ain't working. It's an obvious statement here that this guy just cannot. So we would be over the maximum salary cap, though. That's the issue. Sorry, I was just checking out these players. I'm like, who the hell are these guys? Do we know by how much? What if we retain? What if they retain some of the salary? This salary thing's bogus. I'll be honest. Like it doesn't tell me exactly. Like, at what point are we not over the league side? There it is. So what if they retain 1 million of it, because they got a lot of money too, and they've been in trouble. So what if we just do this? A straight up Troy Pitt for Lambos. Lambos should fit on their second D pairing. Let's see if they accept this. On the surface, this looks good to Columbus, but we're not so keen on keeping the amount of salary you want us to keep. Christ's sake. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna have to do like a player dump here or something. We might have to do something crazy. This might be where John Gibson comes in here. Because he's been good. I mean, for having only 2 wins this year, Tifo actually has decent numbers. And then Gibson. Yeah, Gibson. Why is Gibson starting? No. Okay. There, Gibson. And then... they also have basically any goalies. So, like... John Gibson would be a good pickup. And then, honestly, y'all can just give us like a 3rd-round draft pick. Let's see if this goes through. Okay, no. Maybe the 3rd is a bit too much. So maybe we'll go with like a 4th. Okay, maybe just nothing. There it is. So Tom Lorenz will now be a part of the team. So there we go. So we've made the move. So hopefully Lambo's here. Hopefully Lambo's here can be a part of the lineup and be well placed in the lineup, because I do not want to have an issue. I just simply do not want to have a bad issue here. Okay, he's a +1. Where does he fit then? Okay, 2nd line. Myers is a top, but how does this make sense? That still makes that a +3. What about playing with Merkley? So that moves that to a bottom. Okay, you know what? Let's roll with this. Can we roll with this? No. Let's roll with these D pairings first of all, and then we'll see where we can go from there. Tom Lorenz, or Tom. How do you say his name? Tom Lorenz? I don't even know how to say his name. He's gonna come in. All right. So we made some moves. We've made some moves here. Let's just see how this will roll. So now we got rid of Troy Pitt and John Gibson. Okay. So now here comes a major question. Can this team play like this? Can this team play like this? All right. We're in a bit of a pickle. 6-11-1. Not a good record whatsoever. Here we go. Can we finish out November on a high with our new play style? Tampa Bay, 5-2 loss. Oh boy. Okay, there's a shutout against Montreal. I like that. Stop giving me these trades offers, man. Carolina. There's a win. Okay. Vancouver win there. So hey, listen, we got ourselves going here. What's going on, Shale? How you doing? Welcome, man. So look at this. So we're just this year our division once again is being crap. And we're only a few points out of a playoff spot. So it seems like you're in the playoffs or you're out of the playoffs this year. I can already sense that. But hey, man, we got to keep it going here. We got to keep it going. We got to keep the wins going here. We had a nice 3-game win streak here. The lines are now kind of stitched together themselves. And the Arizona Coyotes have fired their head coach. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, technically in the spot where we were, we should have fired ours, but I'm not doing that. Nashville, good win against Nashville. So look at this. Detroit win. We're getting some wins in a row here. We're getting back in it. Okay, you know what? A win and a 4-0 loss. That's all right. Okay, and there's another shootout loss. Once again, we're just getting points. Colorado will be nice to get a win. Yes, sir, in overtime. Here we go. What's going on, Alfie? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Boston, there's an overtime win. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we got our team. Okay, loss against Vegas. Don't really like that. Can we get back-to-back here against Philly and Arizona? No, big loss against Philly, but All right, so we're not doing that. Who do you think's going to win the German Cup? I don't know what the DFB Pokal or the DFB Cup. I honestly was it Dortmund and Leipzig? I think it probably is going to be Dortmund. But I wouldn't be surprised if Leipzig win because Dortmund's had a fantastic streak of play. Join the Discord. Thanks so much, Shell. That's awesome, man. So here we go. So now we're just a point out of the playoffs, 2 points out of a divisional playoff spot. Chris Tierney's leading the team in points. Let's have a check-in on the ups and downs, as in also known as the plus and minus. No, not penalty minutes. So Sergachev is still up there, minus 10, but let it be known he did play with the idiot himself. Hornquist is a -4. So overall, it's gone better. Overall, it has gone better. Because if you think about Lambos is a +4. We could check because Lambos is a +7 with us. So technically, yes, it has gone better. Yeah, man, let's keep it up. Let's keep it going. Honestly, we're doing pretty good. That third line's doing a bit better. Goalie stats, Tomaren's 5-2. How is he 5-2? Look at his stats. Oh my days. We're going crazy. Yeah, no, I think Dortmund's going to win. So let's keep it going here. We've been good since the trade. I mean, obviously our record hasn't really shown it, obviously, but we've been good since the trade. We're now into the month of January. So let's see what we can do. Come on, let's keep it rolling here. Okay, shootout loss New York. That's all right. Get a point there. Calgary shootout loss. New Jersey loss. Okay, so multiple losses in a row. At least we got 2 points out of 3 games. I mean, not the best, but San Jose loss. Oh, come on, guys. Let's get some. Oh boy. Let's get some wins together here. Let's get some wins together. Ottawa, overtime loss. This ain't looking too good. Blue Jackets have fired their head coach. Big loss to the Buffalo Sabres. Okay, I'm not liking this win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. Can we get back-to-back wins? Nope. We can't. We cannot string. Oh, boy. Okay, we're in trouble. We are definitely in trouble. I might have to go to Game Sim once we're in March. But we are definitely in trouble here. We are not making the playoffs with this. I don't know what the issue is. I cannot tell you what the issue is. But we are just not having it here, and it's not looking good. Gabriel Landeskog, eh? Abramov and Hornquist. So Sergachev and Hornquist is just not working out. That's our top D pairing, too. Then even our top line, Landeskog's having trouble. I don't know what he's been doing, but let's see if we could fix up that line, because that line needs help. And definitely Hornquist and Sergachev had a bad month there, so let's see if we can fix them at least, fix up the defense, because let's see if we move Myers. You know, I'd rather have this simply because it's like, because if Myers moves up there, it's a plus. So we basically have, yeah. No, I'm liking this. I like this better. Tiefl's having trouble. Tom Morenz is having it. Okay, I forgot to, I wanted to change up the top line. That makes that line a +5. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's go with this, because sometimes the 1-3-1-1 works. I wanna see what these lines can do. Okay, back just was checking. That's all right. That's all right, Alfie. That's all right. We're just gonna keep it going here. We got the trade deadline coming up at the end of the month, so this will be a key trade deadline for sure. Because we could probably get a good player here. Actually, never mind. We get it in March. So here we go. Big March here. We need a multiple wins in a row. We need to head on a streak here. Badly. Because if we don't, we're not making the playoffs. Oh. You know what? You know what? I'm saying screw it here. We're going to game sim. I'm sick and tired of this, man. We're not making the playoffs. Of course, in the final year that we have to do this, we're not making the playoffs. And I don't know what's wrong with this team. I built this team up. I honestly should have fired the coach when I had the chance. But look at this. Just awful. Just simply awful. Sergachev awful. Hornquist awful. How is our top line that bad? Like, I don't get it. I don't get how, like, it's not the goaltending. It can't be. Well, actually, yeah, T-Phil's having a bit of issues. But, like, I'm going to game sim. I'm switching. I thought calendar sim would help. I've always said this, man. Calendar sim does not show your team's full potential. Simply just does not. How are we a buyer and we're 22, 29, and 5? And we are nearly 15. We are 15 points out of the playoffs. It just simply is not. It's just not. It's not right. Oh boy, maybe we are that bad. Oh, never mind. Comeback win. See what I mean? See what I mean? All right, time to do calendar. Time to do game sim here. You know, the funny thing is too, right? It's a bit awkward because sometimes game sim doesn't show your team's full potential, but sometimes calendar sim doesn't show your team's full potential, and that's what it is. And you know what? That's an overtime loss. I checked personally at the start, before we started this episode, every team's lineup I checked before the start of this year. In definitely our division, so the Pacific Division, we have the best lineup in the Pacific Division. We have the best lineup in the Pacific. There's no question about it. There's no question. We have the best one. Just overall team-wise. Overall-wise. Like, looking at all the lines, I mean, I don't think we have the best top line, but just overall team-wise, we have the best offense. We have mostly the best defense. We have the better goaltending than most teams. Like, our lineup is superior to a lot of teams. It's honestly, it's jokes. It's jokes. It's calendar sim. Pittsburgh beat Dallas 10-3 there. I don't know if anyone see it, but so we're working our way back up. We got a long ways to go, but we also got trade deadline coming up. I don't know who to move. I really don't know, but we're doing game sim now. I'm sick and tired of this. Oh, just short on the comeback there against Vegas, but our goal now is to win. We got a long ways to come back here. I don't think we're gonna make the playoffs, but it's incredible, man. It's incredible how much this game screws me. Ugh. We even came back to. What a shame. I'll check the lineup here after this game because I want to see who I might want to move. Chris Tierney's actually having one hell of a year. Surprisingly. Might want to move him to the top line, maybe. Alright. Last game here before the trade deadline against Arizona. There's a good win. Alright, let's see here. Because obviously, our two trades that were going to happen down the road never happened. Birds outside. I don't know why I went here. Well, that's why Chris Tierney is on the top line. Let's see. So, who's been an issue? Who is just simply... Oh, for God's sakes, I want a plus-minus. Like, Sergachev has been an issue. Donato has been an issue. Landeskog... I mean, Landeskog and Donato have kind of, since their separation, have gone better. Sergachev is just having an issue. I mean... Owen Tippett's actually doing good for being on the fourth line. Like, there has to be someone who I want to push for here. There have to be, like, some decent player. Tifos had it bad, though. I feel bad for him. They're both part of our rookie goalies. Alright, let's just go into this trade deadline. Honestly, how far back are we in the playoffs? We are 12 points back. It'll be tough, but let's see if we head into this trade deadline here. We're looking to be buyers, that's for sure. We're definitely buyers. Here we go. Let's see if there's someone for cheap like there was last year. Griffin Crosby, 1 year, 3 point. Would he fit on the lineup? How's his stats been? He only has 49 points. Victor Olofsson. That wouldn't be bad. Pavlenka. But he didn't fit on any of our lines. Why would I want Pavlenka if he didn't fit on any of our lines? There's a goalie. Mathieu Beaupré. Same with... Maybe looking for a defenseman here. That's too much for a defenseman. Oh, great! And the stream reset as well. That's fantastic. Boy. I mean, it's all just bad contracts, really. I mean, this Griffin Crosby guy's interesting. Let's see what he's all about. Let's see what this Griffin Crosby guy is all about, because he fit on our third pairing. Let's see what we can get for him. Let's see. I mean, there's not a lot of players you could say that we could go for here, because it's all going to be contract based. But yeah, man, I don't even know. Maybe you know what? Maybe we do just make kind of a defensive move, because obviously I'm happy with the way this offense looks. It just hasn't been performed really. Let's see here if we could pick up someone smooth. That's not like has a contract that's over like $1 billion. Backup goalie. Sharkov for a backup goalie. How's he been this year? 9 points. Nice. He's a minus 30. Oh boy. Let's see if he'd fit on any of our lines here. None. Nah, that's what I thought. I don't know if we can make any moves. We don't have the money for it. We just simply do not have the money for any like basic moves. Like I hate to say it. Like the cheapest defenseman now goes to like 4 mil. Like, and that's just an absolute joke. Chaika, forgot there had to have been a trade. Let's see. Would Chaika fit? Second D pairing. Okay, let's see if we could budge something for him. Honestly, a trade with Ryan Merkley wouldn't be that bad, but the thing is, I don't want to give up Ryan Merkley. Maybe a Poirier and a Myers. Well, that'd be the Maestro then. You serious? You had to send me a trade mid-trade. Oh, for the love of God. Come on. Please don't tell me he left. Oh, here he is. All right, Chaika. Defenseman. B. Myers. That's actually approved, funny enough, because we have enough money. All right, well then it'd just be a draft pick, I guess. Let's see if this works. There it is. All right. So there's my trade. That's the only trade I'm making, all right? That's the only trade I'm making. Let's leave. I mean, Philip Myers, yes, we wanted to kind of keep him, but so it has to be done. So it had to be done. All right, let's check out these lines here. We're in the buyer status now, though. Obviously, oh, they fixed the lines. Oh, for the love of God. Actually, that's a decent top line, but I don't want Landeskog up there because he had that issue. I want Tierney up there too, man. Tierney had a great... move there. There. You know what? Yeah, we're going to roll with that. Now, on the defensive end, where's Chaika fit? Second pairing. Well, it looks like we're rolling with a +1 the entire way home now here. So, hopefully this works. We're going to work Lambeau with Poirier, see if that works. Alright. That's all we can do. So, I'm going to try and do game sim the best I can, because obviously this team cannot work on... This team can't work in normal sim. So here we go. There we go. First game. Nice. 3-1. Alright. Let's keep rolling here. Maybe injuries do help, because honestly, the team plays better when there's injuries. We got a long ways to go here. We got a long ways to go to get into the playoffs. We need at least 71 points, I think I saw there. And we're definitely going to need some big games here from big players. So there we go. So we need 73 points. We're back by 11. Could we make a run here? We have to get multiple wins in a row. And that's not going to cut it right there, that's for sure. Holy cow. I think also another thing is probably our penalty kill has been stinking, but that's been stinking for a while now, so... We never had that bad stretch at the start of the year, man. I sound like a broken record saying that, because I've said that for Ottawa. Alright, it's 6-2, alright. And no Zichy there. We are working our way back. 10 points back now. 10 points. We got Calgary. Every divisional game is big here. We also have the Sharks coming up too, so... That's not... We need to win those. Those are winnable games that we need to win. Oh boy. Now we got the Devils again. Please, thank you. Alright, so we're doing a bit better. We're doing a bit better, obviously. We're 8 points back now, but we have to fight the Oilers too now. The Oilers are making a push. The Sharks are in the playoffs, so this is a big game here. They already have 80 points. Come on now. Yes, okay, we got the 2 points. You know what? Even though we give the Sharks more points, they're in the playoffs, so we don't really have to worry about them, really. I'm just happy we got those, but the Kings just keep on, man. What's the other? So the others is 83 now, so it's all gonna be up to this last playoff spot, which we only got 12 games remaining, so we gotta win. We gotta win big. We gotta win now and win big. We can't afford to lose 5 games here. All these games, the rest of these games are big. With now 11 to play, or will this be 10? I don't know which one it is. Come on. Yes, that's one. That's a big one right there. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Please leave a like on the stream also. And also join the Discord if you can. It's in the description down below. 6 points back. Please give us... Yes, there it is. All right, Ottawa. This is a big one against Ottawa. They got a good team, too. They got a good team, too. That's one we got to have. That second period was not ours, for sure. That second period was not good. Not good second period. And we've dropped once again. Yeah, see, the Kings have bolstered back up to 10. I don't see this. This would be a godsend if we make these playoffs right now. Of course, it's going to be our last season. We're not going to make the playoffs, and it has to just be the last year. It just has to be, obviously. Like that's just how things work. It's our last year. We don't make the playoffs. Jesus, 7-4. Abramov got a hat trick in 3 minutes. That's just how crazy this year has been. Eight points with 7 games remaining. We can still do this. Come on. Oh, this is a big one. It's against the Kings. Yes, that was big. That was super big. Because that was against the Kings. Yes, sir. We're back. We're back in it. Oh, boy. This is going to be good right here. This Toronto series. This Toronto game is going to be massive. We always have big games against Toronto. No. We can't be having that. We cannot be having those losses now. That might have just killed it right there. I mean, I think we were killed from the start, but... Winnipeg. Like, how are we winning 9... Like, this is what I mean, man. Just take it from me, alright? When you're doing franchise mode, I know it's a pain in the ass to do the games, like what I'm doing. But if you really look at it, it actually does way better than what Calendar Sim does. Calendar Sim does not show your team's potential fully. Alright, well, we still got a chance, technically. Oh, we're done. That's it. That has to be it. There's no way. How many games we got left? We still got, technically we can make it, but we're not making it. Let's see. Yeah, we got 3. We have to win all 3. If we lose one of these, we're done. And we got the Oilers, who we're fighting with. All right, 8-1. See what I mean? Like, this is what I mean, man. Like, this team could make the playoffs. This team's a killer team. This team is a killer team. But Kings just have to win one game. How is this working? How does this make sense? How have they not secured their playoff spot yet? All right, hang on. We're not making it. This is going to be a good playoff end and all that, and this. How are we not like kicked out of the play? The Kings have definitely clinched their spot by now. Yeah, there it is. Of course, the bad start to the year killed it, but look how we ended. And of course, in our final year, we missed the playoffs. This has just been a crap series overall. And of course, we win it in a shootout. Our final game ever. Man, I don't know what to say. Calendar Sim worked pretty well with Ottawa in their last year, so I thought, yeah, we'll just do it again. Well, this is what I mean by Calendar Sim versus regular Sim. We started simming. Just count in how we played after the trade deadline, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 wins. 14 wins, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 losses. 14 wins and 5 losses doing game sim. After the trade deadline. Obviously, we did some before, but that's after the trade deadline. Take that in. But look how we did at the start of the year. Loss, 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 loss. Like, what a joke. Joke of a game. You can't even have both your simulators be actually simulating properly. Like, it doesn't make sense. Well, of course, in our last year, we missed the playoffs with a team that is listed as a buyer. Also known as, if you played NHL 20, known as contender, which means Stanley Cup contender. Yep. That is exactly what it stands for, basically, and it shows in Calendar Sim. It does not. Final points, I guess we could do. We got a lot of time left because I thought we'd be able to do playoffs, but no. Also, look how the plus minus changed, eh? When I went to Game Sim. Joke. Chris Tierney, great year. Actually, I'm in plus minus. That's what I meant. Chris Tierney, great year. 75 points. Still got a year left on his contract. I don't know what I'll do. Donato, 68 points. Has this been the best one? Like, he's never... Has he had a great year? Like, this is... It's been his second best year with us, yeah. Second best year with us, Ryan Donato. Of course, had it be ended like this. Magnus Hornquist, 67 points as well. Obviously, been consistently 60, around 60 points since that big 89-point season. Kaze... It just simply sucks. The fact that Tifel's number stank because of the start. It just sucks that, at the start of the year we had that bad go. I probably should have done some games over. I should have probably ended with Calendar Sim. Did the best I could on Season Sim at first, just to get the teams, get the team's mentality going. But it was just too little, too late, I guess. Too little, too late. We did score more goals than we had against, which is funny. Our power play was the best in the division. Our penalty kill was actually pretty decent, although not the best. And, we sucked on the road, though. Our home record is pretty decent. Look how we ended, man. Like, I want to see this. So, power play. No, not total power plays. Power play percentage. I mean, Winnipeg got 32%. That's crazy. We were we were on the top half of the league in power play. We were also on the top half of penalty kill. The last 10, I feel like the Ottawa Senators. I mean, we're not here for some reason. But, yeah, we're 7-3 in our last 10. We finished as one of the hottest teams in the league. Of course, a stupid truck has to fly by at this moment. Like, we should not be in a position where we are not in the playoffs. I don't understand. And honestly, I could blame the coach. I don't think it's mostly the coach. I would not say that because he actually, technically the lines are fit pretty well. This one is mostly, I think, on just the game, how it's the inconsistency of their simming generators. They're sim, what you call it? I don't even know what you call it. They're I don't even know what to call it, but just the way the game simulates. All right. In Calendar Sim, it just sims the games as if it's just random. It's randomized, but when you do the actual game sim, it actually does your lines pretty well. Records, I doubt there's any records broken this year, but here's just the final records. I might have to move my head. So, the overall current points, so the franchise total in points goes to Magnus Hornquist at 528. Mikhail Sergachev will end up playing all 10 years with our team. So there you go there. Assists, Magnus Hornquist leaves with 420. So that means he must be up there in points. So what's that? That's like, what, 948 if my math is not correct. If my math is not correct, 948 points. So another season he probably would have had another year he's over the 1,000 point total. Games played, Sergachev, games played, not plague. Well, this game is a plague. Mikhail Sergachev leads with 796 games played for this franchise. He also records the most penalty minutes at 444. Most shutouts of all time. Tifel got 5 this year, but Braden Holtby got 18. Obviously, Braden Holtby, we had a chance to win Braden Holtby, and I cost it. I remember that. That was the year that we went to the the year when we won the President's Trophy, and I cost it with getting a goalie, which I should not have. Holtby also leads the team in all-time wins. Taylor Hall leads all time with goals. Andre Kaze leads with goals on the team currently. In the season, no records have been broken really since that President's Trophy season. So obviously, games played makes no sense because that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Shutouts, or actually no, Tifo had 3 this year. But of course, the shooter himself, Bruce Potter, had to lead with 5 that one year. Ryan Donato, penalty minutes. He actually had the most penalty minutes in the team, 30 this year. Taylor Hall led the team in goals with 39 in 2021. That was the first year. Actually, Pushnor is very close to getting to that, I believe. That was also, I think, that 2027 year. He just needed one more. Hornquist led for points in a season with 89, so we never really had a 100-point player. But that's simply because I could have taken this team, into the dumps. I could have taken this team into the dumps for the first 3 years or so, get good draft picks, and grow them up from there. But I decided to take it my own route and, start winning off the start. I in the past NHLs, maybe not last year's, but definitely, I think I could definitely say once the first year they added the expansion draft mode, the players you would get would be all right, but they wouldn't be the best. Or not the best. Hey, what's going on, Exa? How you doing? We didn't make the playoffs. Surprisingly. The players they wouldn't give you is the best. So you kind of have to trade away those players and be like, okay, I'm going to move on now. So then you get the draft picks, and then you just build your team up from there. But obviously, with getting Taylor Hall off the start, getting Sergachev off the start, Holtby, well, actually, then we get, first of all, we had Markstrom, I think. Was it Markstrom? And then we picked up Holtby. So that's some crazy stuff there. But, yeah, so Holtby, Hornquist also leads with assists in a season with 68, same year. And then Holtby leads with wins in the year as well. Rookie stats. Michael Tifo has an assist, apparently. Didn't know that could happen. Well, I know that could happen, but I was kind of surprised by that. Of course, no one's going to beat Bruce Potter's. He could have beat Bruce Potter's stats if we had a better start to the year. I think he would have as well, but the game had to screw us over once again. So even when I turn injuries off, the game still screws us over. All right, in a game, nothing's really changed since 2025. Jimmy Benn had that 5-point game, 4-point game, or 4-goal game. Cosley with 4 assists in the game as well. So, that's what I find cool is that, I'm actually going to go back to record book. That's what I find cool about this game is that when you go into an expansion draft, career mode, you actually, the stats change unless you, if it's still kind of a young team and there's not over-bolstering stats. So, this, it was cool to see, records like this be broken, like Jamie Benn's 4-goal game. In a season, you always have people upping the stats if you just kind of had mediocre teams. Or mediocre seasons, you could say. Compared to a team that, if you watch the career mode, the Sens. Look at the years that these records have been broken. There's not been a record broken here. You go back to, look at rookie stats. Same thing. Not been broken. Game stats. I'll be surprised. Yeah. No one's going to beat Daniel Alfredsson's 7. Unless you're playing the games, no one's going to beat Daniel Alfredsson's 7-point game. No, you're not. It's just that's what I mean. The Ottawa Sens, for being such a young team as well, they have some crazy stats. I'm not going to lie, but overall, that's basically it. I just want to check. I don't think Sergachev never really reached. I don't think that Sergachev did reach over 1,000 games. Hornquist should not be there at all. No, he's still got a long ways to go. Oh, my math is. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I said Sergachev has 528 goals. For some reason, I thought he had 528 assists or goals for some reason. I'm like, oh, he's got to be close to 900 points. No way. No way. I'm an idiot. Why did I think that? Sergachev definitely reached over 1,000 games with us, that's for sure. He had to have, yeah. So it was this year he reached over 1,000 games. Who else? Who else has been here for a while? Kaze. He definitely has to be over 1,000 games. Oh, no, he's 2 away. Wow. He is 2 away. So another year he would have gotten his 1,000th game. Timo Meyer, he's been here for a way long while. Yeah, you got to. I think he's the most experienced on this team. I think with wins, you could say Donato's had to been over. Actually, not. Funny enough, no. Well, he had that bad injury. He had injury trouble for the past 3 seasons. So if it wasn't for me turning off injuries, he would not be where he is. But I think that's really it. All the rest of these players are kind of young. Pushnor, obviously draft pick of ours, only played 500 games. There you go. That's really it. Landeskog, though. Landeskog was kind of a letdown in the plus-minus, but I moved him down to that third line, and he played way better. But it is what it is. But that's it. I think that's really it. That's going to do it. Honestly, there's nothing else to really point out. I'm kind of sad that we didn't make the playoffs. I mean, kind of on me. I went to the calendar sim, but I mostly blame it on the game. The players played well. Just the sim engines for this game just stink. Then they're not consistent between calendar or the schedule sim. Like it's just or calendar or game sim. It's just not consistent. The engine is just god awful. It's inconsistent as hell. So hopefully that will change in the next year's game. I will be doing next week. We're just simming the playoffs here. See how this all goes. So I will be doing next week the NHL Be a Pro. We're going to be continuing that for the first time in a lot of months. For those who want that to come back, you're happy. You're probably happy that that's come back. In the Cup final, it's Vegas versus Washington. So I think there's 2 Canadian teams and none of them won. That's funny in the conference final. So yeah, that's going to be exciting there. This is kind of also another. Well, I mean, actually, Sunderland's come back because I've found out the way to fix it, so that's still going to go. But it's been another kind of turnover here. But yeah, so we're not going to be doing any more franchise modes this year. We're just going to keep going. Washington won the cup. Let's just check out the playoffs for those who want to know. So yeah, I don't know if I'll ever come back this ever again. So Ottawa actually made it to the second round, lost to Montreal. Funny enough, I think we lost to Montreal, didn't we, in our last year? Which is funny. Oh, never mind. I thought there was Canadian teams in both conference finals. Well, never mind. I was wrong. Well, it is what it is. And our team didn't make it. Yeah, it is what it is. All right. So yeah, no, we are going to be continuing our Be a Pro next week. So you come back for that. And if you click the link in the description below, you'll be able to see the Discord server. You'll be able to join the Discord server, and you can see when we'll be doing those streams. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. I want to thank you guys all for coming out to this series. Obviously, no cup. That stinks. That honestly stinks. No cup. Nothing. It sucks that I have to sit here and say we never won a cup. I mean, with the Ottawa one, we only won 1 cup, and it happened in year 4. I thought, I built these teams fantastically. I didn't think we had like a bad team one year. I mean, there were some years where I'm like, this might be a turnover year for a lot of players, but we ended up doing good. We kept the core together mostly for most of the time. We kept the core together. We had to let Taylor Hall go, but for most of the time we simply kept this team together. And it sucks that it had to end the way it did. I'm blaming the game. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. I want to thank you guys all so much for coming out to the series. Like I said, please leave a like on the video if you haven't yet. Please subscribe to the channel. And also, kind of like I said earlier, click the link to join the Discord server down below. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it. Be a Pro next week. So now we move away from the franchise mode. But it was a fun ride. Too bad it ended the way it did. But it is what it is. And some teams do go 10 years without a cup. But that's just how it rolls. Anyways, guys, thanks so much once again. Peace out. See you later.